This is Social Realities with Dr. Med. I'm not going to be long, but I'm coming in strong. All right. So let's get it cracking. I want to talk a little bit about social realities and why it's so important. In particular, this moment in our history is extremely important because we are literally living in a world where people are living in alternative universes and they walk amongst us every day. So we need to keep steady to what we believe. We need to focus on what we can do individually and collectively to ensure that these motherfuckers just don't get away with everything they're doing. They have lost their damn minds. And the reality is we can, have an escapist mentality. We can seek places for refuge. We can find joy wherever we need to find it, but we also need to gird ourselves up because this looks like it's going to be a bumpy ass ride. Are you ready? Do you really know what you want in life? Do you really know who you are? Do you really know what your boundaries are? Do you really know um, if you're worth a price? Because I feel like a lot of things that are about to happen now are going to cost. So, what are you worth? You need to know those kinds of things about yourself. What are you willing to let go of? What do you feel like you need to keep? This is time to declutter your life. This is time to declutter your mind, your spirit, your heart, your soul, because they are not playing. And who is they? Them over there, them downstairs, them in the bushes, them in our bank accounts, them in our ovaries, them in our business. See, when people don't have true control, that's when they want to control everything and everybody else. These are rabid dogs screaming and howling because their day is done. These old white men are dinosaurs. They are so disconnected from the real world that they are actually living in their own universe. And they give no fucks. Y'all, they give no fucks what they do. You know why? Because they would be just as happy standing in their Fruit of the Looms in a pile of rubble with a sword, a cape, and a Batman mask on, talking about they kings of the fucking world, because that's how delusional these niggas are. So we need to stop looking to them as if we can have a rational conversation. We need to stop acting as if they're fully human beings and fully evolved. We need to stop pretending that they are a part of our community because they have made very clear they're more interested in being white than they are in being human. And when you show me that, when you show me that you're willing to be whatever your social identities are over being a human being, over having respect for others, over appreciating diversity, over, compassion and empathy and sympathy for others. When you show me that, you're a fucking animal and I'm going to deal with you as such. You're an animal. You're a rabid animal. And we need to stop having these conversations about what to do with them and start having conversations about what to do without them. Does that make sense? Because if you check your history books, Black people were more successful after Reconstruction. We had more hospitals and doctors and lawyers during segregation than we've ever had. So we know how to survive. So we need to stop acting like we got to run up behind these motherfuckers and beg them to pay us some attention. They need us more than we need them. They don't know how to build anything. They don't know how to think for themselves. They are mediocre. And that's what white privilege does. It makes you limp. It makes you lame. It makes you inept. And that is why they have to have money. Because if they didn't have money, they wouldn't have shit else. They envy people who can stand firm on their own, independent. They envy that. And they want to suck the life out of all of us. They want to break us all down so then they can feel like they're in control of something. Ain't nobody got time for no little man syndrome, no little dick syndrome. Ain't nobody got time for that in politics. Ain't nobody got time for that. So we need to start really thinking about what we can live with and what we can live without, because we're going to be confronted with those choices. And when we're confronted with them, we don't want no regrets. I don't want no regrets. I don't want to, give up some of my paycheck to go to something that's not going to help somebody else. Okay. I don't want to align myself with someone who's evil and wicked. There is no way in the world a Democrat should have ever fucking voted for that goddamn bill. And now we're in this situation because they scared. They once again, they chose their positions. They chose their bank accounts. They chose their political power over being human. And now we're watching. Because the truth is, you know, the bottom line is Schumer is an old white man who thinks he knows more than any other person of color or any other black man in this world, which is why he broke from the Democratic Party, which is why a lot of them broke, because they think they know more than people of color, and they think they know more than black people, and they think they know more than women, and they'll never admit to it, and we don't need them to admit to it. Their days are done, okay? His ass walking around like a dinosaur, like the rest of them, a rabid dog. All of them are losing control because they don't understand we're not built like them. We're not going to lock anybody out because they're too old or because they're white. We're not going to lock you out because you're poor or you're different from me. We're not built like that. Black people aren't built like that. We welcome people. Even when we have these homophobic and disgusting tendencies, we will still allow you in our community. We're not finna to put nobody out that's family. You know what I'm saying? But this is some bullshit right here. This is some true bullshit, and we need to figure it out. So that's why I haven't been talking about no damn Portia and Shamea. That's why I ain't been talking about no fucking social realities. We living on a reality TV show right the fuck now. Buckle up and get some popcorn. And make sure you got a backpack by the door and all your shit's in it. Because we don't know what's coming. But we do know something is. This is Social Realities with Dr. Med.